Okay, I'm in the garden first thing in the morning, and people wanted to know how I self-pollinate. Well, I've only been seeing one or two bees around. I haven't been seeing dozens like I normally do, and there was lots of blossoms, as you can see. So I didn't feel that they were self-pollinating or pollinated by bees because I had plenty of blossoms and there was no fruit happening. So I went ahead, and let me see if I could do this on video. Okay, so I take the toothbrush and I turn it on. You see that yellow? You want to touch the yellow and that should pollinate it. Let's see if you can see pollen come out. That's it. That self-pollinated that. Okay, right over here looks like a good one. The yellow, and I want to fertilize that, pollinate it. So here I go. Let's see if this will catch it. That's it. We'll do this one too. I might have to wait for the sun come out. So anyway, that's how I self-pollinated on my plants. I did it when I was trimming them up. I did each individual plant, and I did every blossom that I could see. And then, just a short time after that, this is what they look like. You see the eggplant in there? Okay, so at a time when I didn't see the blossoms turning into eggplants because they weren't getting pollinated, I went ahead and started self-pollinating. And I believe it worked, because now if I look, it looks like there's dozens and dozens that are all bearing fruit. Every couple days I'll come out here and I'll look for the new blossoms, and I'll do it once again. You have to look for the tendril though. You have to make sure that it has that coming out, and then you self-pollinate it. Look at these. These are all bearing fruit now. There's going to be a lot on here, and before I did that there wasn't hardly any of them. So I'm a believer. So if you want to give it a try, take an old toothbrush, or just use the head you want, and don't brush your teeth with it afterwards. Well, you could. It might taste good. I don't know. But I'm going to go over to tomato plants and show you how I did those. By the way, this is a green eggplant here. It's not ready yet, but it's almost ready. And way down in here, there's a nice big white one right here. Oh, let me see if I can get in here. Nice big white one right here. And that one there is probably, can you see it? It's probably ready to pick. Okay, it's early in the morning. I'm going to show you how I self-pollinate my tomato plants. I haven't been seeing a lot of bees pollinating them. Normally I have dozens flying around. I've only been seeing one or two here and there, and haven't been seeing them all day. So I noticed that a lot of blossoms are folding up and falling off, and there's a lot of blossoms. So I wanted them to bear fruit. So I said, let me go ahead and self-fertile. So I don't want to use the toothbrush on all these because there's hundreds and hundreds of them. Right now it's wet, it's moist out. It's first thing in the morning. You want to do it in the afternoon when it's dry, so the pollen comes out and fertilizes and pollinates the tendril. But this is how I do it. When you have a plant like this and the blossom is open, you could just shake the plant vigorously like that. Go around, shake it. This one's open, shake it. In my case, I just grab the trellis and I shake the trellis. You could grab each individual plant and you could do that. And that's basically it. There's not really much to it. When it's dry out and you got blossoms, shake it vigorously. That will release the pollen. It'll self-pollinate. If you got a trellis, shake your trellis. It'll self-pollinate. What more can I say about that? It's easy. So when I walk my garden a couple times a day, in the afternoon when it's dry, I'll grab this section, I'll shake it, because I'm looking at each plant. I'll grab this section. I'm checking for fruit. I'm checking for blossoms. I'm checking for bees. I'm checking for insects. I'm checking for fungus. So what the heck? I'll go ahead and self-pollinate all at the same time. It doesn't take much effort to do that. And it seemed to work. Okay, if I go around and look at like ones that I shook, you could kind of see right now that they all have fruit on them now. So there's fruit up there. When the sun's on them, I can see them better. But basically, it's possible that a bumblebee came in and went ahead and pollinated those. But I'm believing that when I do it, it helps, because a lot of them that I did, they already turned. Now, I just seen a bumblebee here. Let me see if I can get them on video. Looks to me like he's drinking water. He's not pollinating anything. He's just drinking water right now. There's water on the vines. Oh, look at him. He's going. He's flew way the heck up there. He's going to somebody else's yard. Or he's going to bring that pollen back to his hive. I don't know. And that's another thing I'm going to do a video on today, to make a little bee watering system so the bees can land it in. They don't have to fly away to go get water, because it's going to be in the upper 90s here shortly, and I want to give the bees something to drink. Now the birds, I got a pond over here. They could go over there and drink in the pond, but the bees need something a little different. So, but anyway, I just wanted to do a little short video on how it worked for me to pollinate some of my plants. And to me, I think it's working, because really all of my eggplants got dozens and dozens of fruit on it now coming in, and the new growth on top of my tomato plants have a lot of fruit coming in, and before I did the self-pollinating, that wasn't happening. So I'm a believer. So anyway, if you want to give it a try, give it a try. It's only going to take a few minutes. What do you got to lose, right?